So essentially, your niche is personal development to a certain extent. I mean, but you have a particular sub niche in that group. So you're not just 100% personal development. You're not just 100% religious based. You're essentially a hybrid. And like you're saying, like you have a business model that helps you get that message across and also helps you with personal development. And also you have opportunity to kind of get into course development as well. So backing up a little bit, right? How did you get into this space? How did you get into this market?
Well, probably the question of how did I get into Christian apologetics as a discipline, helping people defend or explain their faith, was just started really with my own questions about my own faith. I was raised Christian, had a lot of questions about, are there good reasons really to believe God exists? Are there good reasons to believe what the Bible says about Jesus? And if I get in a conversation with somebody who doesn't believe the Bible is a warrant for them to believe anything, what do I say? And people would ask me questions about what I believed, and sometimes I don't know what to say. And eventually I found out there were a lot of Christians like that, who just didn't really know what to say, and they wanted to get into spiritual conversations with their friends and family members who maybe saw Christianity differently, maybe from another religion or of no faith. And they needed help because I needed help, and I know there are people like that as well. So I got a master's degree in Christian apologetics at Biola University. And I went overseas. Like I said, I did some teaching there to help students with this whole area of knowing what you believe and why you believe it, and how can we dialogue with people in a healthy way about our faith. And then, long story short, I got into a church where I was a youth pastor, and eventually I moved away from there, and I had no job. And this is kind of like a lot of entrepreneurs have this story, right? So you're sitting there with no job and you're bleeding money, and you go, okay, so what can I do now? It's time to reinvent myself. And I go, hey, wait a second. I have this master's degree in Christian apologetics, and I just kind of forgot all about it. And so how about I just reach out to some churches and homeschool groups and see if I can do some speaking and get to meet some people? I eventually, and here's a little bit of advice for anyone who wants to do public speaking, just get out and speak as much as you can, totally for free. Just get out there and do it. And if you're part of the Christian community in churches, homeschool groups, things like that, that's really helpful. But I once drove up into this mountainous area to speak for $20 in gas money to a whole bunch of homeschool students. And while I was there was a lady in the audience who heard me speak and really liked what I was doing and training the students. And she was connected to a mega church in the area called Bayside Church in the Sacramento area in California. And she got me connected with somebody over there that was running a very large, like 3,000 person apologetics event. And so that's how I kind of got back into public speaking after being away for a while and doing apologetics. And that's how I kind of started getting known in the field. And it just started from that, you never know how a small thing that, you don't really know is gonna blow up. It does sometimes. So.